I'm Jashikins, and welcome to another little vlog review. This time of the Z Nation episode, batch 47, and I am sorry this is out a little late, but when I got back home I worked on a fanfic. Saturday I did one podcast, Sunday I did two, I think. Monday I just worked on another fanfic. And for Tuesday and Wednesday, I was working on the final part of my dramatic reading of Animorphs #1, The Invasion by Kay Applegate. And if you go to my channel, Josh Reads, you can see the whole dramatic reading. So, hey, I'm doing Mockingjay next. So, anyways, back to the Z Nation episode, batch 47. I love Z Nation just because it can be really, really goofy, just like insanely goofy, and it gets away with it because it's that kind of show. If you go as a comedy, you'll have a shitload of freedom, and at the same time, comedies are really the hardest genre to write in. Because, trust me, I'm not the only one saying this shit. You can ask some college professors of, English majors who are like, yeah, that is actually definitely true. And so, last season we got Z-NATOs. Fucking Z-NATOs. And this time we have a zombie head saying, brains. Brains. It's like, of course zombies say brains, and, in a show like The Walking Dead, of course they're not going to have some zombie stupidly saying brains like that, but they have a nice little setup here. The doctor that only appears in this episode and Murphy are testing the cure. And brains. Oh my god, it said brains. Yay, it's a success. Woot woot. But anyways, this episode revolved around a herbal cure. And when I first heard the plot of the episode, I was like, this so sounds like it's some snake oil salesman. It's like, it's no way is this going to be real. And in a more serious show, they could have dealt with this a lot differently, but, this is Z Nation, for crying out loud. And so it turns out to be real. There's this batch 47 that's rumored, and so the guy in charge is sending, harvesters out to try to get some pods and get the cure. And the zombies are plants. And there's like a bunch of the episode of, be careful, they have feelings. And it's really funny when Murphy says that shit, because Murphy is just the epitome of love and understanding. Anyways, it also has a good reason why Murphy stops by there in the first place. Because he's not exactly happy to be the only person who's survived a zombie bite. And he doesn't like that he was basically a guinea pig. He, in the beginning of the series, he's just there being tested on. And then when the lab gets overrun, he's just left for dead. So, it's... Murphy's like, I sort of want to just do my own thing. I don't want to have to follow you around and be dragged around. So once he can't escape, now he takes the chance of, hey, if this cure does actually work, I am so just taking it and leaving these suckers to themselves. So yeah. And finally, Citizen Z is still crushing over that one girl. The girl whose boyfriend died last episode. And as you may remember from season 1, he looked at her Facebook profile, and so he made it so that it seemed like she was messaging him on Facebook. So he definitely has a big old fucking crush on her. And it was sort of creepy this time just because they still sort of recovering from the boyfriend dying last episode. And I know that Citizen Z doesn't know about that, but still it's like, still if he should know that she's sort of already taken, I believe, so. And that has been my review of the Z Nation episode Batch 47. And my final thoughts on the episode are, they are keeping it nice and insane this season. It's just Murphy is, he's like, I need to get out of this place. I need to get out of this shit. And plus, it's like, what do they really expect to find in California? Is the place actually going to be there? Or isn't it? Is just big old road trip going to be for nothing? Yeah. And I'd like to hear your opinion on this episode. Did you like this episode? Do you like this series in general? If you haven't got to watching Z Nation, why haven't you? Is it one of various reasons, like it's made by the Asylum, so not high quality. And I have been Jashikins, owner at jashikins.blogspot.com. As I said, I finished up my dramatic reading of Animorphs #1, The Invasion, and the playlist of the whole dramatic reading should be out soon. Next week will be the intro to my dramatic reading of Mockingjay. So it's going to be cool. It's going to be nice, awesome. And also on my blog are wonderful vlog reviews like this. Some better, some worse. And on the sidebar thingy of my bloggity blog, I have a poll still going on of what Star Wars character you relate to. So I'd love to have more than one person vote in that. And you can still name the dragon on the sidebar thing. Now the dragon's waiting to be named, and you can see the rules and benefits of naming the dragon on the sidebar thingy. And if you have watched my blog for a while, if you've subscribed to me on this YouTube channel and or various other YouTube channels that I have, and you're like, she's really great, Jashikins really should get paid for what she's doing, I have 2 ways of donating. One, Fiverr. This is a service where I offer doing fanfics. I write fanfics or original stories. So say you want a Z Nation fanfic where they actually find the cure in this episode, I'll write that. And hey, if you want to make a donation, but you don't exactly want any writing done, I have a Patreon. And the Patreon, it's a monthly donation thing. And for $1 donation a month, I'll update you on the status of my ebooks, how things are progressing, little sneak peeks, awesome. And for $5 donation a month, I will have, the ebook updates and also an exclusive 30-minute vlog. And both were released a day or two ago for this month, so yay! Woo woo! And yeah. Until next video, goodbye.